Now, Brazil's President Lula da Silva is meeting the Chinese leader, Xi Jinping, at the climax of his official visit to China. Now, there was a large ceremony to greet Mr Lula when he arrived. The two leaders are expected to sign trade deals and to also discuss the war in Ukraine. Let's get more now from our correspondent, João da Silva, who's keeping across this story. Hello there to you, João. So what can we expect from today's meeting?
Well, let me first start by saying that indeed this meeting is a huge deal for both sides. We just saw in those live pictures earlier of the huge welcome ceremony for President Lula and his delegation at the Great Hall of the People, red carpet, guard of honor, all of it. And waiting for his delegation was a very large group of high-level Chinese officials, and that really signals the importance that the two sides attach to this visit. Now, we don't know exactly what's on the agenda for this meeting, but there's at least a couple of issues that you mentioned there that are likely to make it into the talks. First, of course, is trade and investment. The Brazilian side has said they expect to sign more than 20 bilateral agreements, as you mentioned there, and it signals their desire to strengthen economic relations with China. President Lula, which has returned to power only months ago, knows he needs Brazil's largest trading partner if he is to deliver on his promises to fight poverty and really boost Brazil's stagnant economy. And China, well, China is also interested in consolidating trade ties with Brazil. Beijing is facing growing tensions with the United States, which is its largest trading partner. So it is looking to boost its company's presence in other markets. And Brazil, of course, being Latin America's largest economy, makes it an obvious choice. Now, the other issue that could make it onto the talks, and that you mentioned earlier in your introduction, is, of course, the war in Ukraine. Neither of them has joined Western nations in imposing sanctions on Russia, but both are very keen to play the role of mediators in the conflict and have offered ideas on what they think is the best path forward towards peace.
And João, I wonder how closely is the state visit being followed at home in Brazil? How do Brazilians regard China?
Well, I think for Brazilians right now, their economy is stagnant. So there's a lot of hardship back home, and they're looking at this visit with hope. They know that China plays a huge role in the Brazilian economy. It is Brazil's largest trading partner. So what they want to see is, of course, this meeting between President Xi Jinping and President Lula translate into a series of trade deals, investment deals that will ultimately create jobs back home. So that's what people back home in Brazil want to see. The other side of this is President Lula really wants to portray himself as a world leader once again. He wants to put Brazil back on the world stage. Under his predecessor, Jair Bolsonaro, Brazil pursued a bit of an isolationist foreign policy, and of course Lula wants to change that. He wants Brazil back on the international stage. Earlier this year he was in the United States in February, and now he's in China meeting with another world leader, Xi Jinping.
Okay, João da Silva, thank you very much indeed. Thank you.